It is peak summer right now, and it is going to be 108 degrees, which is like basically living on the surface of the sun. Now, whether you live somewhere hot like I do, or you're traveling someplace hot, or maybe you're just having hot flashes, chances are you probably want to look and feel cool. So in today's video, I have 10 summer style tips to share with you that will help keep you sweat free and looking good all season long. And as someone who grew up in the desert and has been here pretty much my entire life, I have to say that these are tips that I definitely swear by. So my first summer style tip is to definitely pay attention to colors. Now, I know that you know it's obvious, like don't wear black if you're going to be outside, but actually I only work out in black clothing. And if I'm going somewhere that's going to be air conditioned, and I know that, and I'm going from straight from the AC to the car and inside, I will wear black because black doesn't show sweat. It's not as obvious to see it. So don't take that advice so seriously about completely avoiding black this summer. In some situations, it actually can be really helpful. A color you're going to want to avoid, on the other hand, is gray. Gray is definitely something that I stay away from all summer season, especially if I know I'm going to be in a hot situation. It is just not very forgiving at all, and it will show all your sweat stains. White is another tricky color because, again, if you're going to be a sweaty situation and it's humid, you might want to avoid it. If you're going to be outside, it reflects the sun. This one is a personal decision. I tend to just play around with it depending on the situation. So I'm not going to necessarily say, yes, always wear white. Like, it really depends on what you're doing. But one cool trick that you may want to try is wearing prints. Now, I know that I hate a lot on prints here on this channel, but prints in the summer can actually be like a really cool power move because a lot of, if you're sweating, if you're going to be outside, like let's say you're going someplace humid or you're at a summer wedding or something, prints can really hide things strategically. My next hot tip, pun intended, for keeping cool this season is to pay attention to the fabrics. Now, I know that you probably know that breathable fabrics are key, but listen, I will keep repeating this because I didn't really listen to the advice myself until much later in life. I just kind of thought it was BS until I bought this dress on Amazon, and I have the same one from Quince. And one of them is polyester and the other one is 100% cotton. And one of them I wear all the time, and the other one I literally never wear because the first time I wore it, I was sitting in my husband's car and I literally felt like I was wearing a trash bag. And that's because it's not a breathable fabric, and that's what those fabrics do. They trap in your heat like you're in an oven, so then it's just all circulating and you're baking even more. So you're really going to want to stick to those 100% cotton fabrics. That cotton poplin, cotton gauzy material is really beautiful. 100% linens. All these fabrics are really going to be what you want to look for and live in the summer. I know that silk is a natural fiber too, and this is a little bit of an unpopular opinion, but I do not recommend silk if you're really going to be in a sweaty situation. It is not forgiving at all. I think it really just shows everything. A lot of people recommend wearing silk because it's a natural fiber, and sure, it's natural, so you're going to sweat less, but if you're nervous or if you're prone to sweating or you're just unsure, honestly, it's just, in my opinion, it's not the way to go. And I actually avoid and recommend avoiding this fabric in the summertime. Unfortunately, everything seems to be made out of acrylic and polyester and basically plastic these days. So it can be hard to find cute, stylish, trendy outfits that are in natural fibers, but I do have some recommendations for you. Quince comes to mind. Everything that they have is 100% cotton, organic cotton, or linens and natural fibers. Some that might surprise you, Gap, J. Crew, they tend to have a lot of really natural fabrics, and they're really affordable too. You don't need to break the bank on this. Everlane is another one, and I don't recommend Amazon for this. Amazon does have some pieces that are 100% cotton, but you're gonna have to sift through a little bit and kind of make your own judgment call on it. So again, I would stick to retailers like Gap, Everlane, Quince, J. Crew, and if you have any other recommendations that I may have missed, I am listing these off at the top of my head. So if there are any of the retailers that you love that I did not mention, definitely leave them in the comment section below. A lot of people also shop vintage for this reason, like shopping on Poshmark, because you can find a lot of really affordable, nice natural fabrics. This next tip is probably one of the most important ones on this list for staying cool and sweat-free this summer season, and that is loose clothing. I feel like in the summer, I am like the queen of loose clothing. I only want big, billowy dresses and big flowy skirts and just anything that gets the airflow going. I will not wear jeans in the summer. It is just way too hot. Jeans stick to you. It's just not something that I recommend doing. So if you can wear anything that's kind of like loose and not stuck to you, that's gonna help keep you from sweating. So loose blouses, loose dresses, loose skirts. I have been living in a lot of these lately in the summer months, mostly because they're easy, they're put together. It's just like a one and done outfit. They're natural fabrics. Like it's just win-win, right? This is probably the ultimate style hack in my opinion, because not only do you look and feel cool, but it's totally easy to put together and you don't even have to think about it. You're just one and done and out the door. So I do tend to live in a lot of these kind of breezy, flowy things in the summer summer months. Maxi skirts are another go-to. I have 2 or 3 really beautiful 100% cotton maxi skirts that I recently got that I've been wearing a lot, and they're really great in the summer months. If you are not sure how to style a maxi skirt, I did just put out a video on how to update it and wear it for 2025. So I will be sure to link that up here and down below so you can check that out. But that's another really easy way to kind of wear more breezy, flowy fabrics. Now, I did just mention in another video to not necessarily wear big caftans because that might be aging you, but I feel like summer is kind of the exception, and it doesn't have to be like this big, huge tent, right? There's a way to wear flowy things that have nice, breathable fabrics and that are big and billowy that doesn't necessarily look like a giant muumuu, but if you want to wear a muumuu because it's hot, okay, I mean, you wear a muumuu because it's hot. Like, I totally get it. Now, if you don't like flowy skirts in the summertime or flowy dresses in the summertime because you don't like the chafing or you don't like to feel your thighs or your thighs rub or whatever, then this next tip is for you. And that is to wear shorts under your skirts and dresses. And even though it might feel like you're putting on another layer, if you're going to be out all day or walking around a lot, like I actually did this when we went to Disney. We went to Disney World last year and I wore a little skirt, and because I was getting in and out of rides too, I had to wear shorts underneath. And I just thought, you know, my daughter, when she goes to school, she wears shorts under her skirts. Like, why don't I do the same thing? And I was so much more comfortable, and they help keep you cool. You can get shorts literally anywhere. Amazon has some. My favorites are from Thigh Society. I really like the Thigh Society cooling short. They have them in a couple different inch inseams. I think the 3-inch is the one that I like the best, or the 5, I don't remember. I'll put that information in the description box below, but these are really, really thin and they're very, very breathable. They have a cooling short too, which is specifically to cool you. And this is really the way to go if you're wanting to wear skirts or dresses and maybe you don't like the rubbing. I totally get that. Try wearing shorts under dresses. This next style tip is great, especially if you sweat a lot or you're worried about it or you're going somewhere humid. Then you should try these underarm sweat pads and these under bra sweat pads. These are really a little bit of a game changer. I got this pack and it was like 100 of these sweat pads from Amazon for my underarms. I have 2 silky dresses, and like I mentioned earlier, silk shows everything, and I really like them for this or for like button down shirts, because button downs, I don't know, maybe this is just me, but I feel like if I get tickled, it produces sweat, but if nothing's touching my armpit, I'm fine. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, that's what these are really, really great for. And you take off the sticker, you stick it to the inside of the blouse or your dress or whatever it is that you're wearing, and it just acts like an absorbent barrier. So you don't have to worry about sweating through your item. They have the same thing for your bras. If you have a lot of under boob sweat or boob sweat, which is totally a thing, especially here, you can try these liners. I think there's disposable ones too, but I found these that are bamboo, and it's just like a little liner and you can just hoist it under there, and again, you don't have to worry about sweating through your bra, and it's really nice to have. This next step is one I almost didn't include, I kind of forgot about, but is worth mentioning, and that is to pay attention to summer-friendly footwear. Now, here's a good example. Jelly sandals right now are really, really in style for summer, and it's like the worst shoe that you can wear in the hot summer months. Like, your feet start to stink, they start to sweat, it traps in the heat. This plasticky stuff, it might be on trend, but I 100% do not recommend them, 1, in general, and 2, in the summer months. Like, no, that is the worst thing you can do with your feet. Like, your feet do sweat as well, and they trap in the heat. So this is not the time to be wearing jelly sandals. This is not the time to be running around in sneakers without socks on. I don't want you to do that either. You're definitely going to regret it. So instead, try to pay attention to more summer-friendly footwear. I mean, I can give you specific examples, but you know, I just wear sandals. Flip-flops are back in style. You could do sneakers and socks. Just don't forget your socks. Maybe think of things that are more open and more breathable, and maybe don't go for something like a jelly sandal. My next summer style tip is more of a beauty tip than a fashion one per se, and maybe this does not apply to you, but I do this one just in case, and that is to wear real deodorant. So, I mean, I wear natural deodorant and it works fine like 99% of the time. And I'm not saying it doesn't work in the summer, but if I know that I'm going to be in an ultra sweaty or stressful or outside situation, I just wear real deodorant just in case. Cause like, I don't wanna be that person like just in case. And again, I could be wrong, and you can come at me in the comments and that's fine. But personally, I just feel more secure, and then I don't have to worry about sweating. I don't do it all the time. Like I said, I wear my natural deodorant like 90% of the time, but those 10% of situations where I know it's going to be really hot, really sweaty, or uncomfortable, or whatever, I bust out the real stuff because I don't know, that's like what it's there for, right? I'm also always protecting myself from the sun. So, you can do this with a chic hat or an umbrella. You do see people just walk into places with umbrellas, particularly school pickup is one that comes to mind. When you drop off the kids and it's really hot and you're standing out there waiting for them, yeah, I'm gonna grab my umbrella and it's gonna keep the heat off you. It's gonna keep you cool. Looks kind of cute too. And if you're not down for the umbrella, that's totally fine. Try a hat. There are so many cute hats. I have this Brixton summer hat that I've been wearing for so many seasons. It's still in style. I feel like it goes with literally everything. If I'm not wearing this, then I'm usually wearing an actual like a baseball cap or something. If my hair is dirty like it is today, then something like that works. But just keep that sun off your face. It's going to help keep you cool. It's great for anti-aging. Wear your SPF and all that, and make sure to protect your face and your skin and your body if you can from the sun. The next tip is another style one, more so than a fashion one. And this is pretty obvious, but wear your hair up. Don't wear your hair like I am wearing it now because I'm filming a video in my air-conditioned space. So that's one thing. But wear it up, and that will help, keep your sweatiness off of you. Is that a word, sweatiness? I don't know. It is now. And also carry a fan. I have this cute little mini fan that I got on Amazon, and there's loads of this. I carry this in my purse, and let me tell you, this thing has come in handy so many times. It's actually just one of those things that's good to have with you, and you wouldn't necessarily think about it. And I don't know, I just feel like you'll end up using it more often than you think you would. Now, as you know, when you have too much sun, it does tend to age you. And if this is something that concerns you, then you're gonna wanna watch this video over here next on some style mistakes you might be making that are actually aging you. I'll see you over there. Bye.